Hi guys, we're here with Jersey. Jersey is the organizer of the Port Phillip Downwinder, and this year we joined forces to put together kitesurfing and windsurfing as part of the year event across the bay, this time branded as Kite Across the Bay.
Okay, we've been trying to run an event, downwinder windsurfers, for the last few years, and it's a really great opportunity for us to join forces and get the the right level of supervision and professional organisation to make an event happen. We've got fabulous conditions here in Port Phillip Bay. We've got consistent southerly winds in February, southwesterlies. It's just going to make a really great event.
This year the event will be the last 2 weekends of February. We're expecting great, as Jess was saying, southwesterly conditions. And
we'll be starting in Seaford for the windsurfers, and the kites will be starting from Frankston.
So the kitesurfing part will be the same distance as a marathon. It will be 45 km from Frankston to Port Melbourne, and the windsurfing part will be
35 k's.
35 km.
So just under, so 10 k's less than the kiters are doing, launching from Seaford. Okay, one of the biggest things with organising an event with this many people, I think it's 200 entrants expected and at least 50 windsurfers we're hoping will turn up as well, is just to make sure that we've covered off all the safety aspects. And across the bay's gone to a professional company to help organise boats and support. Caesar, maybe say a couple of words about who's doing the boat support.
So this time because of the size of the event, we have taken the organisation on a completely different level, a much more professional level. So we have engaged with a professional boat safety company that comes from interstate to take care of the safety aspect. That's what they do for living. So we're very confident that this time the boat aspect will take care of itself, and every participant will have has the reassurance that are extremely well looked after in the water. And focusing on safety, also another aspect that we have improved from last year. This year we have introduced a waterproof tracker device that every participant will have, different to the one we have last year. So this tracking device gives the opportunity for every participant to be tracked individually by also family members, as well as will be tracked by our safety group. But one of the main features of the tracking device is that this time the device comes with an SOS button that allows the participant in a situation of distress to send a message to the control group and give us the exact coordinate where that person is. So that way everyone at all times will have the opportunity in the event that for any reasons needs to be rescued and there is no a boat in the surroundings, which again is unexpected, but in the event that we're taking things to the most extreme situations, will be covered. So the boat group is a professional safety group, and we have also improved the tracking devices that this time also again have an SOS feature in it. So having mentioned the trackers that every participant will have, the safety aspect covered by the professional boat agency, we also recommend people, this is not compulsory, but is recommendable for people to carry an EPIRB device. So you can obtain these devices from any sailing or even fishing stores. They range between 300 to 400 bucks, and for all of us that we like long distance water sports, and a lot of the time we end up doing things far away from the shore, this is something that is worth investing. As I'm saying, it's not compulsory, but if you're considering staying in this sort of water sport environment in the long distance downwinders, this is something that you should definitely purchase.
So the most likely wind direction that we'll have is the southwesterly. It's definitely the one that we would prefer to have. for running the event. Could be run anything from a south-southwest for windsurfers to even a west-southwest. I think all other directions make it a slightly more difficult event. Windsurfers should be prepared to be able to sail around 70 to 80 kilometres in a single session, so that's the sort of training that they should be doing now. Just going out and continuously sailing back and forth for about 70 to 80 k's. That will make you prepared for those conditions. Also, with the equipment that you'll need to set up for those conditions, it's very likely that the winds will be a lot lighter when we start, at the very start of the sea breeze, so it could be around 18 knots, and when we finish it will be about 25, so make sure that you pick the equipment, for which you will actually want to be able to finish that event, because you'll get quite tired in the last leg, and it's going to be 25 knots coming in through St Kilda into Port Melbourne. So just just make sure that you put the right gear and you can hold that down.
Same words applicable to kite surfers, as Jess is saying. It's important to consider all kind of conditions. The start point for kite surfers, as we just mentioned, is Frankston. It will be announced the exact location soon. But it's important to understand that the conditions at the start are likely to be a lot lighter than what would happen 500 meters into the bay, where it could be a variance of 5, 10, up to 15 knots difference by the time we finish the event. So it is important to expose yourself to these conditions, as Jess is saying, trying to go for long distance sessions to prepare yourself and your body, the endurance, but also to understand that conditions away from the shore are very different to the conditions where we normally kite in the first 400 meters of the beach. So again, it's important to consider well what type and what size kite you will use, same as the boat. Both elements are crucial to have an enjoyable journey. So as you have seen, this year the event is focusing on the size of the number of people. We're doubling the riders versus compared to last year. This time we're aiming to 200 people. So training sessions also is something that we have worked around of improving, and we have incorporated the local shops who are also our official partners and sponsors. They will be taking care of the training aspects, so that way it's much safer and better organized. In the next few days all participants will receive an email with the calendar of trainings. We are, as we speak, finalizing the details with the shops, and soon, early in the week, we will announce the official dates. It's important again to consider those days not only for preparing yourself physically, but also to start getting familiar with the people, the situation where you will be exposed in kiting with a large number of participants. It's going to be great, but it's important again that you don't improvise and you don't leave things to the last minute. So we will be running sessions for the last 6 weeks prior to the event. So stay tuned. Those will be sent via email and will also be announced on the Facebook page.
So windsurfers should be planning on doing training pretty much every weekend if they can get out both days. That'd be great leading up to the event. I think the best thing they can do is try to sail as far as they can on a single tack, trying to do 5 kilometres, maybe doing 10, doing it in conditions in a place in the bay that's quite safe. A good challenge would be going out from Seaford or Bomb Beach to Ricketts Point and back. That's an ideal area where you can do 20
hours depending on the wind conditions in the water, we will be arriving in Port Melbourne. The area of arrival is what is called Port Melbourne West Beach. This is between the beach between the Port Melbourne Yacht Club and the Spirit of Tasmania. In that area we'll have a separate area well limited for arrival exclusively for, of course, windsurfers and kite surfers. We're expecting to have quite a bit of media as well as a lot of members of the public walking around, so we have to be again well organized because of the large number of people. So at the moment you arrive at the beach, we will guide you where to land your kite and also where to leave your windsurfing equipment. A representative will pick up the tracker and will sign you off. We would like you to stay around because we will do group pictures and it will be a lot of celebration happening at the beach. And also finishing the event, we would like everyone to join us to the after party. All of the details will be announced in the following weeks. This is a great way to celebrate the achievements of having this beautiful bay, and also getting one step closer to conquer cancer.
Okay.
So
those people that have already signed up, they would already received a call from the Cancer Council to set up their Everyday Hero page. This gets you all ready to go to start raising funds, and send your personalised page out to all your friends and get them to support you on this event, and then bring them down to the party afterwards. It's really important that we get the most people, as many people as possible, in on this. It's really for a great cause. Right. So if you guys are thinking of coming down and you're not sure about whether or not you're experienced enough, you have the skills to actually be able to do the event, give us a shout on the email address, and we'll get someone in touch with you to have a chat, and hopefully, or even speak to one of the stores to assess the levels and see whether or not you're ready and your equipment's up for it as well. Another thing is to come down to the training sessions that will be published shortly, and speak to one of the experienced people on the beach about your setup, your rig, and your own experience level, and whether you're ready to actually do this. I think this is probably something that's a high intermediate event, and if you've been sailing for a few years, you should be able to do it, and you've got to be reasonable fitness. I don't think you have to be an Ironman. I think you just need to be very motivated and reasonably fit.